you come out of drama school, it was what, your last week?
2 days before I finished, yeah.
There you go.
That I heard. But I mean, yeah.
And then
yeah.
you get Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, I've been auditioning for months, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is what. But
Still,
they give you.
crazy.
They give you the announcement. So they go,
Crazy.
all right, Lord of the Rings, it's on. Even at that point, people knew that this was going to be one of the biggest films ever made because it was based on one of the biggest books ever. It was
Right.
massive, massive,
Yeah.
massive, massive.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
cost, the everything, the budgets. But in a strange way, it's almost like dreaming of being a mountain climber, and then your first mountain is Everest,
Yeah.
and then you know, then you go on to do Pirates of the Caribbean, and
right.
it's like, oh, your second mountain is Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, right.
I often wonder, like, how you keep yourself motivated
Yeah.
or even stimulated
Yeah.
when those are your first peaks.
Yeah,
Like what's
really
that
good
been like in
question.
life?
It's been a lot about evolving. I think that there was a period where it just never ended. I was either on a set or I was doing publicity for a movie. If you think that there were 3 rings, so for 3 years I was releasing a huge movie with Lord of the Rings, and there were like 3 Hobbits, 2 of which I did, and then there were like Troy and Kingdom, all these giant movies. I just hit the juggernaut of all these epic style movies, right? I think I had just gotten kind of like, I love what I do, and I think I just love what I do.
Yeah.
And I had all of this amazing opportunity. And I think a little bit like that kind of Tolkien quote of it, like where Bilbo says he felt like a piece of toast that was spread a little thin, you know. I'd lost a sense of who I was and where I was, because with all of those huge movies came all of this attention that I didn't really know what to do with, and it was, you know, there was always people following me, and you know, I couldn't go anywhere in the world, and I like to be in the world. I like to go to places, you know. It's like I like to be amongst people, and I like to ask people. I'm curious about people.
Yeah.
So I was suddenly like, you know, not able to do those things. That's why I picked up motorcycling again, actually, because I could actually get to one place without being followed.
The helmet, right?
You know, the helmet.
Can I tell you, one of my favorite things when riding, my friends used to ask me this. They go like, why do you like riding so much? You know, when I used to ride back in the day. And I said, one of my favorite things about riding a motorbike is you don't exist. It's just the helmet. And I found it was one of the few instances where there literally was no race, there was no gender, there was no where you from. There were, and all motorcyclists, we have like a camaraderie about us. We
agree.
all know what's happening.
We
all
putting
know
our
that
life at our hands
yeah, no,
every
really.
time we get on
And
a
it's this interesting connection that you have, but that anonymity is also a special thing.
Yeah.